There, now we are.
But I had
Oh,
a
you got a
couple of
haircut.
not by choice.
Not by choice. We should lose that. They ain't catch
No,
you sleeping or what?
no. So I had to cut it down because I have to get it like ready
Oh,
to
for
make it done because I might have to shave everything off. So they've been we did like test fitting and everything, and um, I think we did. I got to go back tomorrow for full wardrobe and
it's just a
um,
cod piece, isn't it?
no, it's like everything.
Loincloth.
It's dude. We did what is it, wardrobe fitting and stuff like that because they had to like tailor some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And is this messed up? What's going on? Is it live? Is there people here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, came on. No, but they did a wardrobe testing, so they have like a actual seamstress doing everything,
Oh wow.
and it's like all like it's like calf and all kinds of like leather and stuff like that, and it's got like multiple layers. It looks badass.
I'm excited.
I am too.
Is that Saturday or Friday?
It'll be Saturday.
I'll have to see pictures because we're gonna.
Yeah. So they already have like all the other stuff is all done. Like already got like casted and everything for it. So a lot of it's just putting it together. I think it takes like 2 or 3 hours, but it's gonna be cool, man. And then, you know what's funny is so you know how like with figures we always talk about like layers of clothes and stuff like that.
Uh huh.
So they started off like I'll show you a picture afterward, but they start off like it's just this regular like like it's not like a thing, but it's like a I don't know how to describe it. It's like a leather thing on top, right? And it has layers. And so that while they're tailoring, they had to keep putting the layers on.
Oh
And it's
really?
like boom, boom. Yeah, it's like
Kept weighing it down, weighing it down.
it's like Wolverine. So I only had that thing on for like 45 minutes. But it was hot. And so all I kept thinking about was like figures because they said, okay, raise your arms.
Uh
And
huh.
each time they put layers on, it was different because you couldn't move. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I go, people really don't understand this stuff, man.
Yeah.
They said, they were like, go ahead and reach down and try to touch your toes. And I'm pretty mobile, right? And in the midsection, because there were layers, it was hard to like touch my foot because you had to adjust the sandals and stuff. So it'll be pretty cool. But, and then I think my contacts came in today.
Okay.
So they went all out, man, for this. So it's going to be pretty cool. Happy to see everybody.
Ish.
Yeah. Couldn't do Wednesday show. I was way too tired. I had all of that stuff that day. And then I had some stuff I was working on and I just couldn't do it. So, but couldn't mess up the streak, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Friday night hangout. I know it's very weird, but appreciate everybody showing up. Thank you very much. CC will probably join us later. I didn't want to put him through the 67. 67? 67?
Not allowed to say that
67?
anymore. My kid said that's whack.
It is? What?
He said kids don't say it anymore. It's old school.
Oh,
It's
man.
retired.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yep,
Starting
there's
early.
one. I'm gonna hold it in, Paige. I'm not
one.
gonna say anything. I'm gonna be nice, but Jesus, be prepared.
I think he's joking, but you know, even if he isn't, you know, I don't know what to say. More like samurai whack. Yep, that's what I've been hearing, right?
There we go. Another one. This guy's on a roll.
Nah, he's joking. Oh no, what happened? Move him over here. Move him over here really quick. Separate us two. Is this zero articulation on the ankles?
Yeah, looks like it.
Looks like it.
Again.
Again?
Myth busted.
That's going to be my side project this weekend to actually get actual fallacy files count to see where we're really at. with all of this. And my 11-year-old, he said, my 11 and 8-year-old say 6 and 7 is old. Wow. See, so
See,
insane.
it's fact. Sawyer is cutting edge on pop culture.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So we kept Cece out of the rant. I know we don't want to like bring him down or anything else like that. Couple things happened today. Were you on the internet?
the interwebs depends on where it was, because I've changed my internet lifestyle.
Oh, well, that ties into everything. What did you change about your internet lifestyle?
You want me to say it for real?
Yeah, it's all part of this conversation. Yeah, if you feel comfortable.
Oh yeah, of course I do. I am tired of people on the boards. I am sick and tired of it. People go in there and sing their praises about a figure and how excited they are, and then you get some fucking asshole that comes in and yucks their yum. Sorry.
5 minutes.
You said go unhinged, so
No, I didn't.
I'm just sick of it though. You have somebody that's really enjoying something that somebody's got to go in and say trash or whatever, and just like, let's just say my block list got a lot longer, and I'm just sick of it. I'm not reading comments on Facebook anymore or anything. Like, I'm just gonna show love to my friends and like their comments, and pretty soon I'll probably only follow about 10 people in the Facebook group. I'll be able to see all their posts.
Not a bad thing, right? But
No.
you got to take care of yourself mentally.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Like, just what joy do you get out of going on somebody else that's enjoying something and just bring it down and change and spin the whole conversation? Like, what kind of asshole does that?
So I have a theory about this. I don't know if Cece's gonna come, so we might be able to marinate in this for a little bit. I have a little bit of a theory. I don't think people want to be happy.
That's very believable.
I really don't. Because of the two examples that we'll just talk about really quickly. I think that's what I've determined. I don't think people really want to be happy. What do you think?
No, I agree. I mean, if they're that, like, if you're that miserable or that upset about something, why do you keep giving people money? Why do you feel the need to drag it out and keep rehashing how upset you are, how disappointed you are in something? Do you think it's going to make you feel better eventually? Do you think like just move along, scroll on?
I think I relate to it a little bit because it's almost like some of the conversations that we have on the show. Like we have this conversation a lot on the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's almost like that. I think maybe where the difference is that it's being talked about because I don't think, for one, a lot of people notice it. Maybe they just don't pay attention. Maybe they're logging in off and on and then they're done. But there are some people that are really in the groups, and those are the people I think that really it affects. So that's why I talk about it, because I don't think sometimes people even pay attention to it until it impacts them. Like Cece's very positive about stuff, and then this thing happened with him, and you just saw his mood change. Your mood has kind of changed about it too. And it wasn't even directly, involving you, but it was involving a friend, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I mean, like with other people just kind of look at the situation and go, there's people just blowing off steam, or they're just saying stuff until it affects them, But I think I talk about it because it's something that I see that happens, but I'm hoping that as we keep talking about, people notice it and they go, oh, okay. So they don't get to that point where they get frustrated about it. The only thing I don't like is tariff fees. Most people don't. CC is here. He's like, are you guys done yet? We just got started. He heard us talking about him, and he's like, what did you guys say? He's here.
I made it.
CC. What's up, dude?
He did.
Apologies. Apologies.
No. I was trying to go. I was trying to get through this really quick. People want to be happy. It's just some people enjoy making other people unhappy. So what was it? What we do in shadows?
Yeah.
The vampire is like just drain it. Strength and compliments is the consumer mindset and the customer's mindset. Paige, I lost my zip lips red hope post. Yeah. That was a funny one. Cece, so you've been at work all day. You haven't really seen a lot of this stuff today, or did you catch any of it?
What I miss?
Oh, you did? Okay. I'll really try not to dwell in it too much. Then there's a batch of piling on. Yeah, we'll talk about that in just really quick because I think it's a little important, but it's like from the groups a little lately because of the negativity. See, this is what I'm talking about, and I'm bringing it up because I think people are starting to notice it a little bit more now. And that's the only thing I'm trying to bring up. I never miss an opportunity to dunk on Super 7. But I'm also not in Super 7 groups picking fights. I see folks in groups. Honestly, it doesn't seem like the collector care. This is what I'm talking about, and I appreciate this. Because I made a comment to this guy today, and it started with this. So, really quick, get you guys up to speed. Today, I don't know if you saw, but let me put this up. Well, let me find it first. So today, Mezco put out a post about the Red Hood figures that are coming out, right?
Ooh, I did see that.
You did see it?
Yeah.
I did see that.
Yeah. I don't have it here. I thought I uploaded it. But anyway, so the post went up today. And what they said was, I'm paraphrasing, but they said something like, if we can't hold your order. Remember, I'm paraphrasing. We can't hold your order. So we're just wanting to let people know that it may get canceled. Right? So I saw that and I'm like, okay, let me post this really quick in the group so people can keep an eye on their email, right? You're just trying to be informative, let people know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I put it up in the group, put it up on Facebook and stuff like that. And here's the thing. When I'm reading this, I'm going, this isn't very clear. They're probably going to come back and they're going to clarify. But you know me, like sometimes social experiments. I'm like, let's see what happens. So it's like a test A, test B. So I threw it in the other group, and then I threw it in our group. Nobody said anything in our group, right? But you go to the other group, and this is what happened. Remember, the names have been the names have been stricken to protect the innocent, of course.
DM me for names.
No, I mean, anybody can just go and look. It's public, but you know what I mean. Like I'm trying to have some discretion about it. But the thing is that I don't know if you can see this, but the thing is that we talk about not this slide. We talk about like communication all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm showing this because this is in real time, right? So we talk about communication all the time, and I put this up, and this is forget it. Let's just spoil this.
Yeah.
Well, it's not all there. So remember, everybody always says that all they need is transparency, right? It'll just make things clear. You just want the company to communicate. Exactly. You want the company to communicate. If something's wrong, what have we heard?
All we need is a little communication. Everything will be okay.
Yeah, just tell us. Tell us what's going on. Yep. Instead of just not telling us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when the comments start coming.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what you got. The audacity to have it in stock in the website.
He needs to spell audacity, right? I tripped over that trying to figure out what the hell he was saying.
No. Typical Mezco, unfortunately. The products are awesome, but they run a business like some kind of mom and pop shop, which is always mind-boggling. I wonder now. Some of these are like, I'm sorry.
I just it's funny how something happens one time and it's like always.
Mm-hmm.
Like how many times have they oversold a product before?
So here's the thing. I brought this up to somebody too. Like they said this. They go, oh, they do this all the time. I was like, do you remember when the last time it was? They didn't say anything. I
Yeah.
remember the last time it was because, and this is what's good, like going through this experience is like people were freaking out. Granted, Mezco, they weren't really clear on the first message, right? I was kind of like, what's going on? You know?
Yeah.
So, but nobody gives them any chance to like clean it up, make it a little bit more clear, right? So this happened at 12 o'clock. For 40 minutes, all everyone did, because they have this communication, is they just spouted shit off like this. Mezco's an ass company. Wow.
Mhm.
All of these things.
Yeah.
You know? Man, what now? Blah, 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 blah.
Why don't they communicate more?
Exactly. So what incentive do you have to connect with your fans when this is what's going to happen? I understand people are freaking out. You don't know what's going on. You might have this might have been your one shot to get Red Hood, right? And you're frustrated. We didn't even get like 20 minutes into it before all this stuff started happening.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing right now, this is what they would read, and this is what you would expect them to be more courteous about.
Yeah.
Normal day, what a bunch of clowns. I got tired of waiting and I bought an AliExpress.
Good.
No, not that one.
Oh, what was that? I saw Ann for a second. What was she doing?
No, you didn't. Yeah. This is a good one too. Typical Mezco being Mezco. Again, I asked the person, when was the last time that they did this? Person couldn't answer. I remember. And the good part about it is when this happened last time, they were saying the way they worded it is that people that got their orders canceled, they weren't going to get it back, right? The last time this happened where they had a shortage, which was like a couple of years ago, what they did is they cut the multiple orders. So if you had 3, they would cut maybe 1 or 2 from yours. And then that way they would take that, they would refund you the money, but they would give that one to a person so they had a shot, right?
Yeah.
Because how would you really handle that situation?
Yeah.
But problem solving when it happens, right?
Yeah.
But this is what you got.
You could do
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
let's say you could do like NECA did, and ask people to send it back when they saw
Yeah.
Chinese lab or whatever the hell it was.
Could you please send that back to us so we can send
Yeah.
it to someone else?
We're gonna have to ban your account.
Yeah. How come I never see the post or email on my IG feed? Who got this? So if you go, and we talked about this before too. If you go to Instagram and you go to, I'll put it in the description. But if you go to Instagram, Mezco has a channel that blasts just news posts. So if something major like this happens, they'll put it on their IG channel. When something goes up for pre-order, sometimes they'll put it up a little bit early so you kind of know. If anything major happens, like, oh, hey, this got delayed, they usually put it there, right? And then, sometimes I take that and I'll put it in the groups. But that's do you guys have it?
The message? Yeah, I got the message.
Yeah, so you guys have, right? So it's communication, correct?
Yeah.
It's transparency? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're not. And like I said before, I understand that maybe the situation wasn't handled maybe clearly in the beginning, but there was like a course correction and they did it. All of this is happening while it's happening. And I knew they're gonna clarify on it, but I'm like, let me just sit on this and see what happens. And they didn't disappoint. It's just constant negative, shitting on them. They keep doing this, they keep messing up, they always messing up. And Mezco sends out they send out a second thing that says, hey, just for clarification, if you paid for your order and it's processed, you're good. You're not going to lose your order.
Oh, now some people got to walk it back.
No.
Do that.
No.
Double down then at that point and make fun of everybody who didn't get it.
So now they got to double down? Is that what they do?
DM me for price. Just went up.
Thoughts?
Again, they gave the message and people still don't like the message.
No, I'll be honest with you. After that, nothing much. Shh, quiet.
No. Interesting.
we've had this conversation about communication for a long time, and I've always had the stance that people don't really care about the communication. What they really want in the end is just their toy. Period. Like if that communication isn't telling them what they want to hear, then they don't want it. Right. So this was Mezco being very transparent and putting something out there, and they could have easily just sent the email to just the people that it affected, but they tried the transparent route, and you see what response they got. Next time this happens, they'll probably just send it to the few people that it affected, which probably wasn't a lot, just so they don't have to deal with this kind of stuff, socially. But we know the day and age that we live in nowadays. It's not our brightest hour.
No, it's not. But even taking that consideration, the reason why I bring this up is because I'm hoping that people are paying attention to this. It's happening. You can see who's saying it. And that's the reason why I just didn't delete the post or why I didn't say something earlier,
Yeah.
Because this happens every single time. And I'm asking anybody that's watching this, if you have friends, you need to start paying attention to this stuff. It's not like some big conspiracy, but it's always the same people.
Yeah.
You don't see any of these people coming out and liking photos, supporting people in the groups, like what they're doing, anything like that. They only come out when this stuff happens.
Yeah.
Or when they want to shit on a figure or somebody else's post. They don't ever contribute anything in the groups either.
Yeah. And that's and somebody will say, well, it's a group and they have freedom of expression, and I agree. If you had a bad experience and like something didn't go your way or you're dissatisfied and you're a paying customer, I totally get it. But some of these people in here, it doesn't make sense for you to be saying these things year after year after year. And it's not just Mezco group, it's all groups. People really need to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
CC, I hope you don't mind. We brought you up. You don't really post a lot, and so when you went in and you were very happy, the last couple of figures that you had, and you're just, I'm sorry, I'll let you tell it. You're if you want to.
Well, where were we going with it?
Wherever you want to go with it, how whatever your experience was with it.
Well, so the Thor, I'm sure is what we're talking about, right? And what's funny is I guess I'm a little bit like you with the social experiments. I worded the post intentionally to acknowledge the fact that I already knew beforehand that everyone was talking about Thor being too small. Right. And that's all. Even before it even got in anybody's hands, that's all we kept hearing was Thor's too small, his hammer's too small, Thor's too small, Thor's too small. And the idea that I was trying to drive home, and we kind of got around there with a few of the folks to get them to understand, is that if you prefer your Thor figures to be larger, that's your preference. But it doesn't make the figure inaccurate because it's not your preference. People say all the time, well, we have a right to an opinion. Yes, you do. But it doesn't make your opinion any more significant than mine. Right? So don't try to pass your opinion off as fact. And I think that's the problem that a lot of people can't really distinguish between. They want to pass off their opinion as this is a bona fide fact. Because you feel that way, then that must be the way that it is. Yes. We had that other post not too long ago either where people were talking about Mezco customer service. I personally have never had a problem with Mezco and their customer service. They have always been responsive. Not always the fastest, but they've always at some point responded. So for you to say that their customer service is trash because you had a bad experience, but then I say, well, I've never had a problem. Oh, well, you're just a shill. No, I've never had a problem. So I don't have a problem with their customer service.
Right.
I don't understand why some person's experience or opinion should override or overrule somebody else's. It's moronic, and we see it all the time with collecting and things like that, and other communities and other things. It's this unwillingness to concede anything. It's you either agree with me 100% or you're absolutely wrong. You know, and we got to move beyond that, not just in the toy community, but in the world in general.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I'm in the groups and people's pictures, yeah, and collections. I don't understand these accounts and don't engage with anything in negative in the groups. And that's good. I think, and it's not part of the problem, but I think what it comes into play is that most people that are happy with whatever they're messing around with, like UCC or anybody, they just want to share their toys and that's it. And some of that other stuff is just background noise. The problem is like nobody says anything and that background noise gets louder.
Mm-hmm.
It gets louder and louder and louder, and it starts taking over stuff. And I'll highlight this guy. He made a comment. This guy, I took him out, right? Not took him out, but I scratched all his stuff, right? But he made a comment that can just kind of encapsulate everything that we're saying, right?
Yeah.
And he says, yeah, he's got negative feelings about it, and he hates Mezco. They have crappy customer service. And I said to him, I go, yeah, you're probably right. There's probably some people that have bad experience and they probably have a reason for it. I said, but there's also people that have good experiences. Yeah. Otherwise, the company wouldn't be, profiting. They wouldn't keep going, especially right now, right?
Yeah.
So the only thing I think is like people that are a little bit more negative, they're a little bit more louder about what they say, right?
Yeah.
And we'll skip over this part, but he was trying to say, well, they just need to communicate. And I broke this like timeline down to him. I was like, this probably isn't the best example for you to use because it took you guys like 3 minutes to just start shitting on this company when all you've been asking for is transparency, right?
Yeah.
It didn't even take 3 minutes. So what's the incentive to communicate with you, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I say to him. The next part of it, yeah. And this is the part, and I have to read this because I think this is what encapsulates everything. And I told him, I said, I don't understand if people hate this line so much in the company, like you say you do.
Yeah.
Why are you in a group where a majority of the people are here are to collect and that do like the line?
Yeah.
And I tried to show him, I was like, I don't like country music. I know that there are other people that do.
Yeah.
But I don't go to a country music bar, sit down with a bunch of people and tell them how much I hate country music.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I also wouldn't join a country music Facebook group and tell other people how much I don't like country music.
Yeah, I dare you to join a Taylor Swift group and get in there and talk stuff about Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
See how long you last in there.
Yeah. I don't want to, like, if people are watching this, I won't watch what people say and watch what people do in the groups. If you hate the line so much, I don't understand why you're there. If you had so many bad experiences, why are you there? It doesn't make sense. You can't use the excuse, oh, I got friends in here. Well, send them a friend request. You don't need to be in there. Well, I like some of the stuff that they do, but I don't like the customer service. Okay, well, it's a give and take. You're going to have to accept the fact that they don't have very good customer service.
Yeah. And
you like the product. But this whole complain about it, and you just gotta watch the people. It's the same people over and over again.
Yeah.
And I told him at the last part. I said this. I said, obviously this company is not performing your personal standards. A little bit of a dig, but I said with the product or their customer service. You already said that there's third-party companies out there that you like better, right? So why don't you collect that? Yeah. I said, so what's the fascination with trying to convince other people that because you don't like the line that they shouldn't like it either? I said, and more importantly, why are you in a group where the primary focus is the company that you don't like?
Yeah.
People and I'll keep saying it, people if you're in groups and stuff like that, you need to look and see who the people are. They're not even people, they're just profile accounts. Half of them are bots. But it's always the same people, and they're always doing the same thing. Just keep an eye out. That's my challenge. when the pre-order goes up, watch it. It's always the same people.
Yeah.
And just ask yourself why. Why would you do that? Do you go to any place that you don't like just to sit there and stay there?
You'd be like going to a restaurant that you hate and just sitting there and be like, my God, I can't stand this place. Like, why are you here? Right? Like,
Right.
Nobody's holding you hostage. You have a right to go.
Yeah. We should talk more about a positive experience with customer service. Yeah, and there's people. That's another thing. I think people are worried about being called shill.
Yeah.
And you can't have it both ways. If you're allowed to go into a group and complain about things, then you should be allowed to say if you had a positive experience. Guess what? Here's a spoiler alert for this. You could have both the experiences.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be positive. It doesn't always have to be negative. But come on, man. It can't always be negative. It really can't.
Well, I feel like my prize experience was a very good example.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like the prize thing, it actually went on for quite a while. But at the end of the day, like they fixed the problem and I was more than happy with the solution.
Mm-hmm.
Did it take much longer than I would have preferred? Yeah, sure. Would I prefer just getting what I was supposed to have gotten just right away and I had to worry about it? Yeah, ideally. But things don't always go to plan.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think I don't care what you do for a living, we can all point to a day where things did not go as planned.
Right.
The reason why you have managers, why you have bosses, you have everything else, levels of people in charge, because if things just went to plan all the time, then we would just have people who would just pass the keys on to the next guy and tell them to lock up when they're done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But that's not the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be more realistic about those things. I personally, I really don't get it. I don't get it.
Bulldog made some very good points. Like, what up, fellas? Only positivity and stream. In the show, mainly we try to focus on that. The thing is that this is something that affects the positivity that you have in a group. I think you can still have this conversation. It doesn't have to be negative. I'm not sitting here. If I was trying to be negative, I would just left all the names up there. I'd be calling people out. The focus is that you're identifying something that's going on, and my focus with this is try to make people aware of it, because people just seem to okay, yeah. And for me, it's gotten to a point where I don't want to do it being a hobby where somebody is constantly doing stuff to make it. I have control over that. That person doesn't do it, but when someone keeps trying to do it every single day, after a while, you're like, yo, you got to stop. And I know it's not just me. I know there's other people. And so somebody else made the comment about, well, we should speak more positively about it. That person obviously feels like they can't be positive in the group. And that's what this conversation is about. If somebody can be negative and express their feelings, the other people should be able to post about Thor and be able to say, I like this figure, and not have a whole bunch of crap in their feed.
Yeah.
That's the point of the conversation.
Yeah.
We'll make it official in MegaCon. There was a genius response to that. My theory is due to the price increase along with all the toy lines. Some collectors are priced out.
Yes.
And significantly decreases their budget. Now they're on the sidelines hating and trying to ruin it for others. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I really think that one of the strategies that people use is to make yourself feel better about not being able to get a purchase, is to just convince yourself that it wasn't worth having anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of eliminates the FOMO. If oh my God, you know what? That Thor was just so short and everything anyway. It wasn't going to fit in my collection. Trash, right? Samurai Jack, his ankles don't even move. Trash. That's $116 I saved. I don't have to worry about it. I think that's the way a lot of people rationalize, instead of just saying, you know what, I can't afford it at this time. Maybe I'll pick it up later. It's easier, probably a little easier to swallow if you just tear down the offering. That way you don't feel like you're missing out.
Yeah.
I can definitely believe that.
Yeah.
Not saying that that's everybody. I'm not trying to say that's everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like there are people that are out there when they can't afford something,
Yeah,
and they just tear down the offering and they make you feel bad that you bought it. Oh, you got suckered. I can't believe you put money on that. You know, you supported it, you fell for it. Repaint, all that kind of stuff we hear all the time. It is what it is.
Yeah. This is a nice segue into the next thing we'll talk about, and then this conversation. Okay, it'll be done, right? So, Todd, I was talking to Todd about this earlier. Actually, a couple of people, you guys too. But Todd said negativity for engagement is super popular. Obviously disingenuous, and it's incredibly annoying. Nobody. MC, no.
I think obviously those people that shit post all the time get more traction because people click on to see, what's this guy in a tirade about or what's his problem.
Mm-hmm.
I think that holds some weight with what he said, and it's unfortunate.
So do you think that people that are, I hate to put it in classes, but do you think that people that are positive don't support each other enough in the groups to kind of balance that out?
I think the positivity is definitely a more silent minority lately again.
Seems to be cyclical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We ride the wave. Ride the wave.
Yeah. This comment, like I said, goes into the next comment, which is Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack.
Yeah. So I had and there's nothing wrong with this. I think there's a difference between like people I'm close to and actual friends, and then just people I don't know that send me stuff. I had a bunch of people send me links to videos to Samurai Jack, and these videos were just yeah. And these videos, the focus was to say everything that this figure could not do. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of it was negative. A lot of it was negative. And you know me, like I usually try to take some of these things and turn it into, the fallacy files, right?
Yeah.
It's to show you that the figure can actually do the things it will do. It goes with the other conversation is like I think people need to like really start paying attention to this stuff. Like, it just seems like there's zero accountability. People can make videos and they can say, hey, this doesn't do this. And then people will take pictures. They'll show that it can do it.
Yeah.
And they're still giving people credibility for this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, if that's the reason why when somebody sent me a video, I was like, I'm not watching this. Oh, why? They have a couple interesting points. I'm like, I can see the thumbnail. There's nothing interesting about this video.
Mm-hmm.
And so, oh, well, this figure has zero ankle articulation, or the ankles are shit. You can't move or anything like that. I'm like, bet. As soon as I get the figure, I'll show you.
Yeah.
That's what I think people need. Like, whenever somebody sends me something, I'm go prove it.
You remember the when Maximum Hulk came out?
Yeah.
Yes.
And there were videos saying that he couldn't thunderclap, because they didn't spend the time to figure out the articulation on what you needed to do to get him to. It wasn't that hard even,
Right.
but there were literally videos and people who rushed around to get this guy first, just to crap on it and try to say that this figure couldn't do what it was supposed to be able to do. And like you said, it was untrue. And those people don't go back in and say, hey, I was wrong. Or even they don't even take the video down. They just leave it up for prosperity. It's crazy. It's amazing how the negativity will get you there faster, though. It's all about clicks.
It is, but the thing I don't understand about it is if you have like a so-called expert saying this figure can't do this, and they will complain and be negative about that figure for 20 minutes, right? And then they don't put any of that time on the table to actually like figure out maybe they were not moving something correctly, or maybe they just got it wrong, you know? And how many times have we heard the same complaints about these figures? They don't have any ankle articulation. They can't articulate at all, period. And I am not a master poser. But if I can sit down for 10 minutes and I can like wipe out the list of stuff that you put that you say that the figure can't do,
Yeah.
why is that person that keeps making the video still being like viewed and given credit like they know what they're talking about? I don't understand that.
Yeah. It's like
If you're watching it for entertainment, I totally get it. If you're doing it for entertainment, I totally get it. But like you said, I think people they're so focused on trying to put a video out fast to be first that they're not putting any time in to be accurate.
Yep.
I can't listen to a guy tell me this figure, the ankles don't move on this figure, right? Or this figure doesn't have butterfly joints. Are you serious?
Yeah.
And they're so loud about it. This figure does not have butterfly joints.
He's great.
He is. Is he perfect? No. Why are you trying to find this figure does not have butterfly joints? He doesn't? He doesn't? He doesn't have them?
I think somebody needs an anatomy lesson.
He doesn't have butterfly joints? He doesn't?
That's
Are
AI.
you serious?
Paige is using AI.
I am. He doesn't have butterfly joints. Are we really serious? And that person that says that, they get called a guru. Like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
You can literally see it. I saw a guy go like this. This figure has no ankle movement. I can't even fake it because I can still do it. But like, look, it can't move the ankles at all. I'm like, are you serious? You really can't move the ankles? You can't move this is zero ankle articulation right now? That's zero? Doesn't have any side to side, nothing like that. No side to side? My God, dude. No? None? None? That's your guy you listen to. That's the expert. I won't say who it was, but this I do understand. Like somebody mentioned to me, they messaged me, they said, hey, I can't it doesn't seem like that this figure has any movement. And I said, I don't know how, I don't have it in hand, right? And they were going through the steps that they were talking about, or I tried heating, I tried doing this. It's an expensive figure. I totally get it. You don't want to break it, I totally understand that. You want to be careful with it. But there's like this rush to judgment, with it.
Ejugulation.
It is. It's like, and the guy, he asked me, he goes, why are you so serious about this? I go, I'm not serious about it. I was like, but I can see what happens. When people start doing that stuff, it's a snowball effect. You'll have these creators that'll say, that figure can't do this figure can't do that, this figure has zero articulation, and people go, oh wow, this guy knows what he's talking about, I'm not going to buy it. That's whoever's listening to the video, that's their fault. But do you see where it runs into the chain reaction? We're like, okay, I passed on it because this expert told me that it doesn't have it, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, oh man, this is great. Henrock is putting up a bunch of shots, he's getting people to buy Clayface and Batmobiles and caves, and everything is great now, right?
MC's got a GoFundMe for Clayface right now.
A week ago, they showed that they showed that figure at, where was it? Zolocon, or where was it? Was Zolocon, right?
Wasn't it Tokyo or in wherever? Wasn't it overseas?
Yeah, but you remember they showed that Batman, right? You remember that everybody's like, "Oh, that Batman is horrible.
Shit,
sucks."
Wait until you have it in hand. I will attest to that one right here.
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
And that's the thing, like because you listen to this guy, you were gonna say, okay, well, he knows who he's talking about. I'm not gonna buy it. And now you're gonna pay aftermarket. And you know what? You're not gonna blame the guy that made the review. You're gonna blame Mezco for it every single time. Mezco doesn't produce enough. Did you pre-order it? No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Because Toy Guy the Guy told me that it wasn't good.
Batman
You're
is
like missing out. That's why it's not serious to me, but I can see people and they get frustrated with it, and then they start directing their anger at not the right people. It's like you should be mad at the person that told you, and if you made the decision, you should be mad at yourself. Why are you blaming other people for the decision that you made? Or like you just said, why don't you just be quiet until the figure comes out? Wait till some other people get it, and then the people that will give you an unbiased. I hate the word honest. Just because you shit on figures doesn't mean that it's an honest review. Stop saying that.
Yep. It's an opinion. Again, it's an opinion.
It is. It can be good and it can be bad. But the thing is that, like we just talked about in the groups, like you have positive and negative experiences. It's the same thing. Go watch a positive review and then go watch a negative one to balance it out. Nobody's saying that you can't watch people, but to sit there and just look at one guy and say he knows what he's talking about when obviously he doesn't, it's like, and that person's going to keep the video up and you're going to keep watching it and you're going to keep taking this person's word as gold. When people have it in hand and are showing you that person is wrong.
Yeah.
And you're going to miss out on the figure.
Buy one of these. $15 on Amazon.
Did you use that for yours? Like,
I didn't get Samurai Jack yet. I'll probably honestly most of the time I do more like the boiling water thing. Like,
yeah.
But
I'm sorry with the comments.
Again, same damn thing.
It's too expensive trash. As long as I get my Arnie. Yeah, I know I hope Boba gets a pristine Arnie.
Yeah.
I think people do it for attention. It's just like getting a notification that someone's post is attention, good or bad. But I think we need to like start supporting more of like people that are doing pictures and stuff like that, who are being like productive in our own communities or even in other communities. I don't understand what the attraction is giving, and it's not me being negative. It's just me talking about it to try to understand it, but to also promote some of the good things that other people are doing. Todd put up his Batman post. I wish I could pull it up, and he showed, because Batman was another one where everybody's talking about the ankles, right? And the cape and everything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine. It's your personal preference, but like people are saying the ankles, I know, like I know Yimbo had his Batman and he opened it and he was talking about a couple of things, and I mentioned this in a comment in the group. I was like, people just don't put enough time on the table. They take the figure out of the box. They think it's like a Rebel Tech figure, and they're gonna go, you know what?
Trash.
Nah. If you can't get it in one or two times, it means it's a fail. I saw somebody say that this figure, it can't like look up at all or anything like that. And I was like, okay, well, you do this. Take out like the cup or something like that. But this figure can't look up? Like at all? None of this is modded at all. The figure can't look up? I'll shave the peg and stuff like that. Should you have to do that if you're a customer? Probably not, but should you be saying a figure can't do something when it can? It's just ridiculous, man. And it happens every single release. You got people that don't even learn, saying, oh, this figure can't do that. And then they just keep it going. And that's what I want to highlight. You need to like really pay attention to people and what's the motivation for them to do it. It's not to inform. Because if you said, hey, the ankles don't work on this, and they didn't, I would totally get it. But the ankles don't work? How many times do we have to do this, man? Seriously.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah. I'll be there for Batman.
Yeah. Oof. Batman's so good.
I don't think people should pay attention to any like unless you really get into that. Unless that's your thing. If you understand that it's if you understand that it's just for fun and it's jokes and stuff like that, okay, yeah, man. Whatever you want to do. But that's not what I see in the groups. I see people getting pissed off. I see people like cursing, like we just showed. I see this. Mezco's products suck. They can't move. They can't do this. I love this figure.
Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
I can't wait
Had a lot
to get
of fun
him tomorrow. You know where I feel about Samurai Jack. I can't wait to get him. I'm very excited.
Hey, real quick, zero ankle articulation on that. Just to give you a heads up. Nothing. No range of motion at all.
Interesting.
We need more Cartoon Network stuff.
Yeah, what would you want? Like Johnny Bravo?
That'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
Loving Samurai Jack. I could tell immediately when I opened
Dexter's
it.
Laboratory.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah.
Immediate.
Clad back with figure fallacy videos response. Those don't work. I could put photos up and show people all the time. I'm just surprised people keep falling for this.
Teen Titans.
You know? I wonder if people roll down their window. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that person look at him and go, yeah. Yeah, I care what you think of those caterpillar shoulders. Those are caterpillar shoulders. Is that what they're technically called?
No, I think he's just being, not a butterfly. It's a
Oh, they haven't developed yet?
Those are pupa shoulders.
I hate it, but Storm Collectibles would have nailed this character better than this. Do him like Baki. I'm gonna mispronounce this because I'm not familiar with the character. Baki Lane with soft goods.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. So let's transition to something positive. I've had like a lot of fun with this. I like this body a lot. I'm interested in seeing what they're going to be doing with this. Do you guys have Samurai Jack or do you have Thor? We'll get off this subject and talk about stuff.
Thor.
Yeah, Thor.
I left my Samurai Jack upstairs, but I do have.
No, I have Thor. Also, I brought Thor.
Yeah. Boba said when I got it right out of the box, he seemed to have limited ankle articulation. I warmed it up, played with it for a while, and I was able to get a little bit more. People just need to be patient. Yeah, just put like some time. I wish they had a thing where you couldn't review a figure for like 2 weeks.
Like a street date for reviews too?
Yeah. And you had to like show that you were playing with it or something. Like I saw like guys like doing stuff and it's like
you're not allowed to give your opinion until
no, it's I get it. I understand that these guys are content creators and they're just trying to make money. But I can't take a content creator seriously or take his words like being credible if he keeps getting it wrong. How many times, like, if you talk about each one of these figures, Spider-Man can't pose. Some guy said that the seamless bodies on the females they couldn't pose.
I remember that.
Really? So you got a couple of these guys that are just making these hit piece videos saying that the figure can't do anything. So whenever I see that person's name and somebody sends me the video, they're like, hey, watch this. I'm like, I'm not going to watch it. Why? Because every time I've seen something from that guy, he's wrong. I need to play more with get the movement right and be able at Paige. Nice work, man. Oh, yeah, no, Boba's like really patient with that kind of stuff, right? Too, right? Like I know Boba puts more time in on his figures in probably like 2 days than we probably do in like a week.
Mm-hmm.
Most people complaints about this figure seem like they aren't familiar with Mezco figures. The only thing that catches me off guard is the neck situation. Yeah, like have you guys messed with this one yet? Any? So he does have like one piece, like his neck. I liked your workaround with the robe CC. I saw how you tried to like say that. You know, people were saying that he has exposed bits,
Yeah.
and you took the robe and you put it around his legs.
Yeah.
I like posts like that. It's like you took whatever the concern was and you found like a workaround for it.
If you pull that robe tight and stick it to the body,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it goes about as far as the body's willing to go without
Yeah.
have to show his bits. Like I said, I don't have any complaints about the figure at all. I like he brings back all the Samurai Jack memories that I have. I thought he was really well done.
I don't. Folk. I'm trying to read what this says. Do you understand this? I'm not making fun of you. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. Folks wanted though, yeah, from this figure that Mezco just doesn't deliver.
Hmm. I don't know.
You'll have that in
Things from Mezco.
All right, maybe if you can retype that so I can understand.
So I think this goes back to what we said earlier, where there's an opinion, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Dexter.
For you, for MC, well, MC will find out when he gets his. But for you and for me, this Samurai Jack figure gave me everything that we expected from a Samurai Jack figure.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then you should be able to, elaborate and support what it doesn't do for you, right?
Yeah.
To each his own. And there are some figures out there that people just don't like or enjoy. And you're entitled to your opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's plenty of that stuff out there. If you don't like it for whatever reason, guess what? That's okay. But you can't criticize somebody else for enjoying it, right?
I put this up to maybe try to help some people too. When I was looking, Mezco, sometimes their ankles are ball pegs. Like the shoe will be the female, and then the ball peg will be in the leg. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This one has a double ball peg, which would mean that it gives more ankle articulation. Anyway. But if you look at this right here, sometimes they have a ball peg with an L peg, it's like this, and it sticks in and it plugs into a shoe. I think one of them, it's a good example of that, is a sod cutter, I'm pretty sure. But they all have different ones. So that's why I'm saying I understand, like, when you're moving some of these figures and there's some resistance to it, you're just like, I'm going to give up. But all you got to do is just take your time. Like, so this is what I do. Every time I get a figure, right? Maybe, I don't know if this will help people, and it's not like secret sauce or anything, but, right? Can I show this really quick? Where's the thing at? Is it going to go big? It's not going big. So, like, anytime I get a figure, the first thing I do is I'll do this. I'll take it and I'll leave it like that for a little bit. I'll go a little bit and push it a little bit, and I leave it like that for like 5 or 10 minutes. Like, it's been really cold lately, so these figures are going to be like frozen, and so you might add a little bit of heat. I added a little bit of heat, not too much, but just to get it moving, right? Just to get it moving a little bit. And then what I'll do is I'll work all of them like that. But I'll leave them in like a position just for a little bit, just to like get it like that, right? And then you can just start going like crazy on it. And then like you can pop it out. But it takes time to get it positioned to where it does. Is this a Spider-Man ankle? No. But it's not zero. It's not. It's. I've seen people that like they say that it's just like this, and they go, "There's no ankle movement at all." It's like, come on, you have to like put some time in on it. Put a couple of days or something. But I like the figure a lot. We should talk about figures that we like. Thor, go.
Thor's perfection. Perfection, right?
Folks,
I
see such a noble character. I'm sorry, I'm reading. Mezco doesn't do butterflies. That's not true. Folks expected Rebel Tech poses, and that's just not Mezco's bag. I think another thing you should probably take into consideration is just because you know how we started the show, MC, about layers of clothes. See how it all comes together?
Yep.
You might be able to have the most agile character or a body that can take his hand and touch his foot, but when you start putting layers of soft goods on stuff, it's going to change that. You're not going to have that same range. If you put sweats on, right, and you reach down and touch your foot, I guarantee it would be completely different if you put a form-fitted suit on, 3-piece suit on. You probably wouldn't be able to touch your foot with the same ease that you would with sweats. You know, it's different. There's a difference with it. It's an all plastic figure, and then you have a figure that has layers of soft goods on it. So I think that's the difference. Doesn't mean that the figure can't do it. Let's see. It's perfectly fine. Mezco body. It's just the weird neck issues. It's totally posable for 99% of displays. I'm not trying to harp on this too, but I looked at a bunch of Samurai Jack like comics. I watched a few episodes. I'm trying to think of a dynamic pose that he had that I wouldn't be able to get this figure in. I'm trying to think of more than 5 dynamic poses that he has. Can you guys think of any?
Nope.
I know the sword one.
Yeah, and so of course I can't judge yet, but
I know this sword one. I know this sword one. I know the one where he's jumping and doing something. I know a lot of hack and slash stuff. But I mean, if you're a Samurai Jack fan, other than that, I can't think of any super dynamic poses that he does.
Yeah.
he's worthy, CC.
We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah,
I don't know
the Batman material is godly. I love it so much. The matte rubbery finish. CC, you were talking. MC, you were talking about that, right?
Yeah, the cape is. I don't know. You guys, I don't. Wait till you guys get it. The cape is awesome. It's like you said, like a rubbery matte finish on the back, but then there's like a felty kind of finish on the inside for the blue. And man, you guys missed it, but Sawyer just saw it because Sawyer was, you guys know, he was gone for a few days for a camp, and he just saw him for the first time and his mind was blown. I'm surprised he didn't run off with him yet. I think because he knows that we're live, but he posed real quick and he's like, it's just like the cartoon. But we'll talk about Batman at another time. Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about him now.
Let's talk about this runner-up Thor to figure of the year.
Yeah.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah.
Paige, would negative backlash on a figure cause Mezco to not make supporting figures for it? What do you guys think? I'll answer, but I want to hear what you guys think too.
I think it would play a part. Of course, sales, if the money's there, that's another driving factor.
What do you think, CC?
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime you do those type of things and it affects pre-orders, I think pre-orders really, really affect how deep they go into a line. Like if you get overwhelming support and they like, hey, this thing's gonna be a home run, then you'll get more stuff. But when they have to, creep across the finish line, if you will, then yeah, I don't think they tend to go too deep. I think the Dick Tracy line kind of fell victim to that. They probably were going to go deeper, but
yeah,
they didn't. It wasn't so much the negativity, but they just didn't get a lot of support. It wasn't a lot of interest.
The initial response wasn't.
Yeah. Turtles.
Yeah.
I mean, Turtles were, man, those got crapped on so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then lo and behold, Casey Jones, the first offering was an exclusive with a pretty short run.
Mm-hmm.
I still tend to believe that was because there wasn't a lot of support for the turtles, so they didn't think it was going to be a big deal.
Yeah. I agree with you on the. I think just like any business, they look at it and they say, okay, the numbers look like they're solid on this. I think they kind of wait until everything kind of gets pushed out. You know, like if you make a production run, you say, okay, well, there's 8,000 people that like this, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, what happens when they get the figure and maybe 400 or 500 people cancel, right? That's obviously a hit on the production run, right? So I think they look at all of that. They look at it, you know, what was the initial interest, what was the final outcome of it, and then I think part of whatever the community feels about it during the run, especially, I think they take that in consideration. I've been there when they've read comments, you know, and they've gone through they're active on the boards and stuff, and I've seen them read comments and they go, wow, we thought that this was going to be a good figure. And they're reading these comments and I'm looking at it and I'm going, they're reading all the comments but the negative people. That's why I've said before, like if you, let's say you don't like a figure and then it comes out and you just had this, you know, come to Jesus moment. You're like, oh, I was wrong. Like you'd hear somebody say that, you know, oh, I was wrong about this figure. All the shit that I was talking about it, I was totally wrong. I love this figure, right? Then that's what I'm saying. You should say that. You should say, man, I like this figure, because they don't know. All they have to go by is what you said initially.
Yeah.
I don't like this figure. You guys suck. All right, well, nobody's interested in this figure. Let's cut the line. You know, or take pictures. Tell about your experience. I know people don't like talking about like what they like about figures, but you should. You should write something, right? Like what you like about the figure. You should also write what you don't like about the figure, what they can do to improve on it, you know, but just some kind of feedback that can help you. You can improve the figure by giving your constructive criticism, and you can help the line by saying what you really liked about it.
You know, I was thinking about doing this the other day. I don't know what conversation came up, but you know, it's got to suck working customer service, because the only time you get contact is when there's a complaint, right? Like when you get an email customer service, you know that you're dealing with somebody's issue.
Yeah.
I'm going to send a thank you for Thor.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this weekend. I'm going to send a thank you to customer service for Thor. Just for them making such a great figure. I'm going to tell them how much I love it, what I enjoy about it, all that good stuff. Yeah. And it's just going to be a positive email, and I'm going to try and do that moving forward anytime I get a figure that I really love. Instead of only contacting customer service when I have a problem, I'm going to just send them an email to let them know, hey, I love it. You know, they knocked it out of the park. Keep doing more.
Chill.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall when that person reads that.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be shocking. Be like, what?
Yeah.
Hey, dude, come here. Look at this.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, most people, that's what they do. They do complain about it. Yeah.
That's the one bad thing about that job. There was a Whirlpool has a headquarters in this area, and one of the jobs that they fill all the time is the call center. But as you can imagine, as a Whirlpool call center person, anytime that phone rings, nobody's calling to tell you how great their dishwasher is. Right? They're calling because they just spent a lot of money on a dishwasher and is not doing what they expected it to do. That is not an easy job to have.
You don't think that they look at people taking pictures of it and that's their kind of like high, you know, tip of the cap? Because if people didn't like the product, they wouldn't be taking photos of it. They wouldn't be.
Well, Mezco as a company might, but I'm sure whoever's working customer service never gets positive feedback unless on their own time. You know what I mean? They go in, and which they probably don't. I don't know. I'm the type of person, I deal with people so much during the day that I tend not to deal with them once I get done.
Yeah.
Because you're just peopled out, right? Yeah. So I would imagine if you're stuck doing customer service, whatever, probably the last thing you want to do in your off time is dig deeper.
Yeah.
You're just trying to get away.
Yeah. No, totally get it.
I'll let you know what my response is, but I'm gonna send my thank you this weekend.
I'm sure you'll make that person's day, especially if you did like this, and then all of a sudden they come in on Monday or something, and they're like, "Whoa, what's this?"
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, hold on a second. Really quick news. I know we talked about that. We'll talk about stuff that we enjoyed. I saw this. I put this in here for MC because I know you guys are looking at Savage Crucible stuff. Did you see this?
Sweeney news?
Is there what?
Sydney Sweeney news?
No, I didn't see any Sweeney news. I saw her new movies on already to streaming.
It's so funny, man. That we've talked about her so much just with MC and everything. That's the only thing that shows up in my feed all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. My feed is just chock full of Sydney Sweeney stuff all the time.
Are you talking about Matt Webb? That movie showed up to streaming really quick.
Yeah, is it the Neighbors? Well, no, what is it called again?
The Maid.
Is it The Maid?
I thought that was supposed to be the better one than the boxer one, but I don't know. I'm just waiting.
Oh, that boxer one got they got trashed. Feel
Euphoria
bad.
is the one that I'm looking forward to for next season of that.
Are they still doing that?
Yeah, they're doing one more season.
Are they in like college now, or jeez?
I think they time hopped.
Oh, okay. Wait, you don't stage action figures in the yard with your trash compactor? I'm the only one, Chief. No, I don't do that. You remember that fad where people were just taking their figures and throwing them in the trash?
Oh, yeah.
This is I put this up for MC, but Savage Crucible has this guy. Is this Kratos?
Skeletor meets Kratos.
Yes. MC, you have the skinny on this?
No, honestly. I just saw the pictures when you sent them to me, and I think it's another one that'll be coming out this year, later in the year. That's one thing I like about Savage Crucible. Like even their show exclusives and stuff like that, they have they'll put it up on their website later for everybody and still get it at retail. So. Oh,
visual approach photo. Dude, he's shooting like how many companies is he working with? Jeez. He did Val. I mean, and I'm not shooting on him. I think it's impressive, but
yeah.
He's doing Savage Crucible. I know he did Valor versus the Black and that New Wave. Like multiple figures, and he's doing this. Wow, man. It's impressive. Yeah, this is coming out. And then there was something else. Some charging news really quick. We'll kind of hop around so we can play with toys real quick. We already know this because this is brand new. My Eye in the Sky. Get it? Shout out to... Is that a shark in the back? I never noticed that.
Yeah.
Is that from the episode, right?
Yeah.
But MC, thank you very much for letting me know about this. You got shipping for Batman the Animated Series Joker. That's nice, too. It's right on the back of Batman. But this is shipping from New York. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I'm excited. Yeah, he looks great also.
Yeah.
Get your Joker-mobiles out.
I got that when it was on sale. You were doing a bunch of test stuff too. Does it fit pretty much with most of the like the Batmobile and everything else?
I got Batman to fit in the new McFarlane Batmobile. No issues. Took him out. Like there's no. It's a little bit tight. Like you kind of got to work it in. You don't want to catch on the steering wheel or anything. Just take your time and he'll fit in, and the roof closes. So, I guess I could post it in the group and turn off comments because I don't want to feel any. But he does fit inside the McFarlane Batmobile. So, and
that's sad, man.
I know, right?
Sorry,
but no, he looks good. He scales well, and I think Todd posted some pics with the new McFarlane Batcave as well. I put Red Hood in the Batcave. I didn't put Batman in it yet though. And Red Hood sat in the chair with no issues. So
that's good. I'm secretly hoping that this new Red Hood. I know it probably not going to happen, but I'm secretly hoping they're like, oh yeah, people were saying stuff about the pants. Let's make them a little looser.
Mhm.
That would have been cool, but Husky said go miss your ship next. I think that that's in line. It should be.
After
Yeah, I'll have the other stuff. Can you imagine this? This is actually a pretty good customer care story. Like he was saying that he was joking on Facebook about how one of the toe hinges was messed up, and then Savage reached out to him and mailed him new feet.
they had issues with the original Lemurians, and anybody that ordered them, they sent you new feet for free without the
That's-
because the toe hinges were so you could keep the toe hinge feet as well,
Mhm.
and then you have a set you can swap them out. So they're a good company, honestly. They so far, you know. I have
Yeah.
no-
So this is kind of an updated kind of where we're at right now. I know this is not counting the you know the 112-day exclusives, the Toys Fair exclusives.
the rumble.
The
Blowout that we faced with like 6 releases in a row. Buy it nows.
Yeah, from January and February, right? And one thing, so and I keep showing this for a reason because like, you know how we're in it right now, you know, in real time.
Mm-hmm.
So and CC, we talked MC and I talked about this last week, but I want to get your opinion about it. So there's always feedback from the community about how there's delays, right? And how figures get delayed and people get pissed off about it. This has pretty much followed the I guess the release rollout that they had for this year. So if you would have last year followed the same pace, this is what it kind of would have felt like, along with the exclusives and no delays, because we haven't had any delays yet. So it's kind of like what you said before. Remember when people were like, their eyes are bigger than their stomach?
Yeah.
I've seen people in the groups giving feedback already saying, "Whoa, this is another one. This, even with the reuse repaints and stuff like that. This when they make these like these estimated release dates, and everything, if everything were to go perfectly, this is what it would feel like."
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah,
I don't think a lot of people will be able to keep up. To be honest with you, I know Bo was looking for this Conan, but and then you might get a breather with Superman.
Did you? I know you got Superman, but did you get Superman, CC? I don't think you did.
No.
I didn't either.
No.
Like I'm safe on 2 of the next 3.
If you didn't get Conan,
I did not get Conan. No.
oh man,
Really?
yeah, you're gonna
I'm surprised you didn't do that, MC. I didn't do it either, honestly, but I'm surprised you didn't.
No,
wait till you see it. Wait till you see that and the other one.
Yeah.
Man, they nailed that head sculpt, and it was in prototype.
Give
I
me
looked
a,
at that.
give me a Dutch and I'll order Arnold.
Hey man, like if it goes well, I mean it's a likeness, right?
Yeah.
So I did tell you guys this too, right? This is the first one I only bought one. This Superman. Was it Corn Sweat? Anyway.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what you think though when you get
Of
it.
this Superman?
Yeah. It'll be,
Yeah.
Pun intended, this might be my kryptonite figure because I don't. But you know, maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. They had it on, was it in New York? And I looked at it, and it was cool. It had it had kind of like the same design material on that prototype that kind of like it wasn't as thick as Wolverine's, but it was kind of like that.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, that's cool. But you could tell that the head that was there, that wasn't it wasn't flesh tone. It was kind of like that Superman orange,
Oh,
with
that's what they did with
Cavill.
Cavill when they
Yeah.
first. Yeah. Well,
But they said that they said that when they put up as an early prototype. So I was like, oh, okay. I think they're more aware of like the skin tone, kind of like,
mhm.
Those lights didn't help either. Like when they have a layout that it's all like it's all planned out. And when you put it at the top of those cabinets, I don't know if you've seen it in people's videos, but it's like really like yellow orangey. It's like tungsten, and so that just made it even worse. So, but yeah, that's what we got left. Oh, I saw this too, and I wanted to throw this up because it was kind of like the same thing that you mentioned, CC, but I felt so bad for for this guy. He was just putting up his Thor figure, trying to show a comparison. He wasn't trashing it at all. But you remember everybody was talking about the 6-inch plus as another alternative option.
Yeah.
And he showed it side by side, and he was just trying to be informative. Demetrius, I think. He was just trying to help people out. And he got killed in the comments, man. You gotta be better about that with people.
What Thor is that?
That's the 6-inch plus one.
Oh.
So, and we haven't talked about this because I was trying to like really tread lightly. I'm not trying to like bash a company or anything like that. But from my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, what you get with this is, at least the initial one was, you got the outfit for it, right? You had to buy the body. Is that correct or no?
I believe you just get the costume and the head sculpt. You have to put the body. Yeah.
Right. So I don't know how much that gear cost and how much the body cost.
I'm pretty sure that kit was $160.
The kit?
For just the kit.
Right.
No body. It was $160. Because when they first made the offering, I was actually interested because Mezco hadn't made an announcement or anything yet.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad I waited.
No, we did this one already. Gomez. Sorry, I'm catching up. Oh, Laser Pants is here. Oh, here. We show Ryan this. He'll like this. Here you go, Ryan. What is that? There you go. Zero articulation. He didn't say that. I'm just showing him. He always likes this kind of stuff. Chewy will like too. They've been on a roll with these releases. Yeah, they're just like pumping them out, man. Chewy, good to see you, man. Good to see you. I'm big on Batman, Superman. I got Superman. Crypto will fit in great with my dog-loving family. Yeah. He was a stagnant one though. It's kind of like that Mary Poppins one. Pretty sure it was $160 for the Thor kit, no body.
Yeah.
So I don't know that character, and I don't know why I bought it. Yeah. I think Laser Pan said he's doing a giveaway for it. Pretty sure. If I misspoke, I'm sorry, Ryan. But yeah, not as bad as what everybody's saying is. Do we need Thor confessions right now? We should do Thor confessions.
Like Usher, Confessions Part 2.
I'm trying to think of what else. That was it for that. Yeah, so we all got this. Tomorrow night, Samurai Jack giveaway. Oh, there he is. There he is. I don't know the. Oh yeah, you brought up that. Yeah. See, I plugged the show. When you guys got it, what was your first impressions? Favorite thing about it? Were you worried when you first got it?
I was worried that it wouldn't live up to my expectations. You know, this is I've been asking for a Thor figure for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was afraid, and maybe I built up the expectations so much in my mind that it couldn't possibly live up to that.
Yeah.
But man, it's like he was ripped right out of the pages of a comic. I have no complaints. I love the costume, the head sculpt, the articulation. You know, we had some fears about that early on, right? Everybody was concerned, but
Yeah.
he's incredible. He's incredible.
Out of the box, how'd you feel about like the articulation? Because like we just talked about Jack and everything too.
Mine was really good. I didn't have to really work at mine at all. You know, it was more of just kind of testing things because you're always afraid to like over move or bend or break something.
Mm-hmm.
But mine was moving really well right out the box. Right out the box. The ankle articulation stuff was great.
Do you guys have like a? This will probably help people. Do you guys have like a opening ritual? You know, do you use heat? Do you just kind of like take it out of the box and just kind of work the joints or something like that, or do you have like a certain way you QC stuff?
If it's a figure that I'm not real familiar with, or I feel like there might be something different, I will watch some D reviews just to get an idea on what I should expect as far as articulation goes.
Yeah.
But I don't really have like a routine or a ritual. I do take things real slow though. Like, you know, I start with the joints and kind of work. I don't just start bending and mashing on the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try to find shoulders, try to find the ankles, where's everything at, where like, the limiting factors are. But
these ankles suck. Let me show everybody how bad these ankles suck.
yeah,
I heard about that too, right? These ankles, they suck. It looks like he was playing and one and broke them. Why do people say that these figures don't have any ankle movement? Can you? Oh my god, dude! The next time somebody says this, I'm gonna just say, "Prove it." Are you serious, man?
Yeah.
Be careful with these.
Yeah.
I know people broke them because they were taking them out of the package like this, like. That's the new comeback phrase. Somebody gonna say something and just say, "Prove it."
Yeah.
These suck. These ankles suck. Prove it.
Yeah.
I'll prove it to you right now, Lee. Boom. That's how bad they suck. I know somebody put in the comments, do the abs. What did you think about like the armament? Like his vest and everything.
I thought it was great. I thought it was, like I said, I don't have any complaints at all. I mean, he's not like, you're not getting that Spider-Man ab crunch, but you shouldn't because he is wearing armor. But I feel like it gives enough. He's posable enough to do what Thor should be able to do. I think he's right out of the comics for me.
Do you think that people try to like put every character in the same box? Like they all should have like Spider-Man articulation, or they have all this dynamic posing when it's a character like Frankenstein or something like that, and you're just like, I don't know.
Batman. Everybody
man.
This dynamic Michael Keaton. Like, what in the world did Michael Keaton do in that entire movie that was dynamic, right?
Yeah, he was just constantly doing. He's constantly like doing this.
The T pose is about as dynamic as he got, right? When he put his arms out for the wings, that's about it.
I don't. Yeah, I think a lot of times people are like they want to like have this Spider-Man articulation on some of these figures, and it doesn't fit the character at all.
Yeah,
and some of like the costume design, the design choices and stuff like that, it doesn't allow for it.
Yeah.
Like you said, like with this, I will tell you one thing. I don't know if you guys have like looked at this or thought about this. I don't know if I'm comfortable with really bending him at the waist all the way down. I know it's armor, but you know what I mean? Like keep going.
Yeah.
Because have you guys seen this? Or I am wondering about this part. Sorry. So the belt, I know it's floating and you can get it past that, but I don't want to like have the belt on there and push it down so far that these pop off. I'm wondering if these will pop off.
Mm.
Or do you guys feel like they're secure on there?
I don't know. I suppose if you do push it too far, it could be an issue, but
Mhm.
I just haven't had any need to feel like he should be bending like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the effect pieces too. This guy's loaded. The spinning hammer thing that actually spins is incredible.
Yeah.
I love the little lightning bolt effects. What it really makes me want is to make some cutouts.
Mm-hmm.
I really think to put some cutouts with these effects would really bring kind of that comic book inspiration to it. I mean, he's everything you would expect out of a figure of the year.
Runner up.
You still got Doom in there, right?
Yeah, if we count the re-release of Doom this year, yeah, it's he could be the first back-to-back.
Yeah, I like, you know, everything. I don't think that the height thing bothers me, really. You know? I have pricked my finger on this helmet a bunch of times.
He looks so good with the Silver Centurion and Captain America to me. Like, I just can't wait to add more to those classic Avengers.
I
still
haven't
like the
sized them
right?
up. I haven't sized them up next to the Silver Centurion one. I was wondering if the drop down legs, if people weren't putting them in, but didn't you send me a picture before about it? Like, and he's taller, right?
Yeah, I posted some pictures. Silver Centurion is a little bit taller, but it's negligible. Like, they're almost all three about the same height. It looks fantastic.
I'll be honest. I'm really surprised we got this.
Thor.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, he's
Give
not
me a
an
Hawkeye
easy
now.
design.
Give me Hawkeye.
Ooh, Hawkeye'd be great.
The
Double
Avengers
suit.
version,
Yes. Avengers version of Hawkeye.
not the MCU version.
No, not that one. Not
Let's
that
try Jeremy Renner.
MC, what are your thoughts on it? Like,
You guys any photos? I think it's great. Like, I like how they did the armor. Like, that's a new way, you know, like that rubber kind of overlay. I think it's cool because just something different that they're trying.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, we can say that it hinders waist articulation, but go back to when is he going to be, you know, doing a superhero landing? Same thing with CC, like right out of the package, like great joint movement, everything. Like he's pretty buttery smooth. The pants, those feel great. The boots, I love all the little things in this. The inscription on the hammer that you did a nice macro shot of.
oh yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, the effects piece. I mean, it's a perfect Thor, like classic Thor, which goes great with, like CC said, you know, Captain America. And I'm more of a red and yellow Iron Man fan, so that's where I'm at.
Jesus made a really good point. He said, I think Thor looks cool. I don't know if I can expand on starting to get too many Marvel figures. Yeah, man, that makes sense. Especially like if you have a back, you know, a back collection of some of those figures anyway, right? I just wanted ones that like fit with what I have.
I like the Silver Age that they're doing for this. It's because everybody's doing MCU or new stuff. I mean, isn't that what the newest one that Marvel Legends just came out with? That new Thor that they did, isn't he a newer version? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, I like that they gave us they're giving the little frog Thor, but man, I just like the classic look. It's just something great. Harkens back to our childhood and stuff. So
I got to go dig out my Marvel Legends Namor to go with him.
oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
The one with the green Speedo and the wings on his feet.
I'm pretty sure I have that once around here somewhere.
Nice. But yeah, he just looks good. Good arm. You know, like they made his arms nice and beefy. You know, they did a good job with this Thor. Like he's great.
Does the height thing bother you? Like, are you?
Yeah, he's too short. No, I'm kidding. No, I think it's great. I mean, like, I don't. I've seen examples of you know, people that, but it's who is doing height correctly on figures. I mean, didn't we finally just get a shorter Wolverine from Marvel Legends after all these? Let's talk about that.
We skip over that.
Shitting on that.
Nobody talks about that.
Yeah, or you know, any of the figure. Oh, he's not short enough for Wolverine, or blah blah blah. Like, let's. No, I think it's great. I mean, he's got good shelf presence. He's big. Isn't that what you want from Thor? Somebody that's got shelf presence with, you know, flowing blonde hair and muscles and a hammer. I mean, like, if you like your dudes taller, that's your kink. I'm not going to shame you. I'm just going to keep firing shots all night on this film. So, but no, I think it's great. I don't care how many comic books you've read and how he's depicted in all these different versions. To me, this is what Jack Kirby drew. So there we go.
Yeah, there's like 6 different artists. They all drew him the same way. I don't know. I think it's like what we talked about before. I think a lot of people are, maybe they just can't accept the fact that there's certain, you know, they may not be able to get the figure, or it's just not that version that they like. And if it's not the version that they like, it's wrong for everybody. And it's like, no, you know, I don't really need them to be super huge. I like the height. I haven't officially like matched them up with anybody except for Cap. But I don't know. I'm not breaking out a ruler and going, you know, this is not working for me. What like, well, now that they've done these and it seems like it's popular. I know you said Hawkeye. Is there another character you want to see them do like next?
Ultron. Loki.
Oh.
I want to see a couple classic Avengers villains. I know we're getting the leader, which is a Hulk villain, but I want to see some classic Avengers villains, like classic Loki. Give him the horns and the green, and give us Ultron. I think Ultron would be amazing. Oh, no articulation, please.
I dropped it. I always check for his headpiece. I'm like, every time I dropped him, I'm like, where's the little piece? Milo, don't eat it.
But I think those would be a couple good ones, couple good villains I want to see.
Yeah, we do need more, like, I'm sorry. It would be nice to see more villains. CC, do you have a villain you want to see?
Boy, it's tough to follow up Doom. I wouldn't mind getting a Red Skull revisit.
Yes.
What other classic villain? Well, there's still some Spider-Man villains we haven't gotten yet, like Kraven. I'd love to see Kraven.
Yeah. What a classic Kang, CC. Would you like him? I know Marvel Legends just did it, but would you like a Mezco Kang?
That'd be
Kang
awesome.
would be cool. Kang would be cool.
Or Claw?
I'm trying to think of a villain you could. I think you know where I think they should probably focus right now, and it would work. Just trying to do the Sinister Six.
Hey, maybe since they're doing Thundercats, we could finally get a Sabretooth.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Somebody asked about this, so I'm gonna try to show it.
Too short a Sabretooth.
He if they're standing, I don't know if you can see this or not, but somebody asked for a Jack and Thor comparison, so they're pretty much. Thor's a little taller, not too much, but I don't know if you can see it. But that's your height comparison.
Who do you want to see, Paige?
I really think that
Bill. It's your wish list.
I want like Luke Cage.
Yes.
I know he's not a villain, but I'd love for them to do Luke Cage like villains. I think they should. I think they should do a couple of the Sinister Six, like Vulture,
Scorpion.
Yeah, I really think you put a feeler out. You know, do one more character just to see if there's interest, and then you kind of like hit them people with like Mysterio.
Oh, Mysterio would be badass.
I think you could do a really good job, like, you know, light up, have some like special, you know, magic effects and stuff like that. What was the, because man, they've just been putting out so much stuff. What was the figure that we just got where everybody was complaining about the cloud not being enough?
Yeah, they did.
Nightcrawler.
That's it. Give Mysterio like those plume clouds, but
Yeah, I'll be upstairs.
tailor make them to him, you know, where you could have a couple of like in back and in front of. I mean, he's pretty much known for that stuff, but like do that, have a like a light up feature, a very, you know, a well thought out light up feature,
Like in the fishbowl, kind of.
Maybe even have something where like you remember that old Toy Biz one that it had the skull inside of it, you could see it. Maybe an alternate, maybe if you had it where it lit up and you could put the skull in there, or you could change out whatever the dome and it was attached. I don't know, but just something like that. But I think that would be a pretty cool character. Was Craven part of the Sinister Six? I can't remember. The original
some
Sinister Six.
iteration, but not
that one.
Yeah, I think it wasn't it like Electro, Vulture, Doc Ock, Sandman, Scorpion.
Yeah, Sandman would be kind of hard to do, but
Yeah.
Those are really simple characters, especially like Electro.
Electro would be great. Some light up features for him too, like sparking. Like light up in the head or something where his yellow is. Like if they did classic, that the green and yellow.
Yeah.
Dude.
Who are some? Do you know this, CC? Who are some like famous Hulk nemesis besides the leader? Because I'm thinking if you have some of these main characters, that's how you're gonna, huh?
Abomination.
Oh wow! How would you do that? Seamless.
Yes.
They already did Godzilla. CC, you didn't tell us what you thought about Godzilla.
I didn't.
I mean, we did the opening stuff like that, but
Yeah.
like you've had some time to like let it marinate a little bit now.
No, Godzilla's still great.
Hmm?
He's still great. Does not disappoint.
So, would you say that you had a positive experience with this seamless body then, or no?
Oh yeah, yeah. You can tell they came a long ways with that technology. It's good.
So, does that change your mind now? Would you be a little bit more comfortable with seamless without soft goods over it, exposed, or do you need more time?
No, I'd be open to it. I'd be open to it still. You always get worried about just the longevity of that stuff, which I think just kind of natural. And I do think a lot of it just has to do with the way you take care of it and store it. But
Play with it.
to me, like, you could do some really incredible characters with that, and then it doesn't hinder. When you got the squishy muscles and stuff, now all of a sudden you can have a muscle-bound character, that can have the full range of motion in the elbow and stuff. So
Yeah.
No, this makes sense, man. You won't get any flack from us on, especially CC. He'll agree with you. Backtracking and trying to like just tell yourself no, have some self-control, and Sandman. Craven is my first pick, and then Vulture. After Mezco did Mr. Fantastic, I can see them doing Sandman easily. I thought when they did, I don't know if you guys thought about this, but I thought when they did Reed Richard, Mr. Fantastic, I thought they were going to give us a Plastic Man.
Oh yeah.
Were we talking toy drama? That was earlier. It's the first hour. Not drama, just identifying areas of improvement. Anything else that we can think of? Like, what do we got going on? Okay, so we got Batman coming. There's no events coming.
Joker.
MegaCon, but they're not there. Joker, yeah. Joker's coming, and then, like I showed this stuff, everything seems like it's on track so far. So we got these coming.
Can't wait till
So-
next. You guys got Batman, and we can talk about Batman the animated series once.
Well, they have, we could do that now too. I mean, just like it's spitballing, but because we all got Batman, right? CC, you got Batman?
Yep.
Okay, so can we do play party for that next week then? Because
Yes.
Okay, good. Because mine's
I'll
coming
have
in.
mine by then. I probably won't have mine until the show afterwards.
Oh really?
Yeah. What's up with are they just taking a while to?
Everything seems to be getting to me a little slower. I don't know.
Did you order
I
Batman?
really think the Midwest has been affected by their new shipping.
Did you get Batman from Mezco or from our friend?
Rodden. I
Okay.
got Batman from Rodden. He's supposed to get his beginning of the week, and then he'll have mine out. So I usually get my stuff about 3 days from him. So I'll probably have mine late next week.
So, I'll Venmo him some extra so you can get the express.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's make that our wrap up question. So, Batman's coming. Joker's coming. I know we don't have them in hand, and they announced Robin. Let's say that it is successful.
Mhm.
Let's pick like 2 characters we'd like to see.
I'm ready.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn with the hyenas and Mr. Freeze.
Nice.
Mm.
Good choices. Paige.
Let me marinate.
Okay. Scarecrow and Catwoman.
I like that combo. All right. Penguin,
Yes. New body.
Gordon.
Yes. We need a new Gordon.
Mm.
I say Gordon because we got, we had the other one.
Mhm.
And if they're doing these new ones on double jointed, well, that Gordon was cool before, but like to have a double jointed Gordon
Mhm.
and then one that can kind of fit in, or do
Yeah.
you think it would look too animated?
Mm.
Oh, Two-Face.
I'm sure we'll get a Two-Face. They've given us 2 versions of him already. Like it wouldn't be much for them to reskin him.
Husky said Catwoman, Mr. Freeze, and Harley Quinn. Oh, okay. So here's the question: do you want them to stick to either the older female bodies or newer female bodies, or would you be okay with seamless? The semi-seamless.
I like
Definitely.
hybrid like Spider Gwen and or Ghost Spider and Tangerine.
Uh-huh.
I think those
Do these ankles work like this once they are cooled down? Yes. Yeah. I warmed them up initially, but they're still stable. Oh, he's talking. Fade is talking about this one. On a second. Let me take this down, Fade. So yeah, afterwards, I heated them up just to loosen them up a little bit. I didn't do a lot at all. And then afterwards, I kind of like sealed down on it. And they're still stable, Like even though they're not as tight as they were before, he can still, stand and hold a pose. See,
Mm-hmm.
he's stable. Even if he's outspread and like this. This is not all extreme, but you know what I mean. Like there. See,
Yeah.
so they're a little looser, but they still can support the weight of the figure. So yeah, you're good, Fate. I would definitely warm them up. What were we just saying? Semi-seamless. What else are we saying? Gordon, animated Catwoman. That they already did her in 5 points. Two-Face. Rob said, yeah, good
Bruce
idea.
Wayne would be good too. Just a Bruce Wayne,
Like a brown suit one, like the one you have.
like that. Yeah, not to steal from Todd, but it'd be good to get another character in like just a suit. You could swap heads with him and do different things.
Do you don't feel like people are
Selena
suited
Kyle
out?
Tech.
I'm sorry. What did you say? What did you say, Cece?
So they could do a Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle 2-pack.
Dude, that'd be great.
Selena in civilian clothes or in her
Yeah.
Catwoman suit?
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody really do that.
Hmm.
And you know how you could package it? You put it where. Remember when she was blonde in one?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do it where you have like one in one color and another.
Swappable hair.
Well, the head would be exclusive to that 2-pack. So if you
Okay.
wanted to use it with a single Catwoman release, you could have that.
Yeah.
Kind of like that paywall incentive.
Would you guys want Gray Ghost and Mask of Phantasm?
I don't know if I want to go that deep.
It'd be a
I
good
think it would be cool. But
if they're willing to go that deep, that means they give you all the rest of them too. So that'd be a good sign.
it would. But I think I'd be okay with like main characters like Penguin, like you said, Penguin, Scarecrow. What I think what would be cool is that Scarface figure.
Oh, with the dummy.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
But when you start getting into like, what was that name? Like who's it? Is it Creeper? Those kinds of characters, I think I'm okay with.
The Clock King. You don't want the Clock King or
Nah, I'm good.
Condiment Man,
I'm good with that.
Captain Condiment.
That no. Did they do a build a figure for him too? Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think Killer Croc and Clayface would be great, but I don't know how Mezco could. Those would probably have to be seamless bodies on those ones. You know what I mean? Like, or semi-seamless.
Yeah, and then I think it would open the door for them to do the other stuff if it goes well. Like Justice League, something like that.
Yeah.
You could do Wonder Woman. You could have Superman, Green Lantern.
New Adventures of Superman.
Yeah, you could kind of like, kind of double dip. Like you could have your Superman that's the Justice League, but it's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then to what Cece said, you could reuse that Catwoman kind of format and use it for like Lois Lane.
Yeah. Hawk Girl. You get Hawk Girl out of that.
Yeah. Alfred, that's another good one. That would be cool to have Alfred in soft goods.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas Joker. You could do that as your Christmas figure. The Christmas offering. My only gripe is the absence of toe hinge. Besides that, Mezco Samurai Jack is okay with me. I don't know, like for me, like having it in hand, I don't know if I'd want a toe hinge on it because of the sandals,
Yeah.
I can see what you mean, like if he's like kneeling down. I don't know. I guess because most of the Mezco figures they don't have toe hinges.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be getting them, right? We got Hulk, Splinter will have toe hinge. I mean, so they're making strides to do it. I get what you're saying. I don't know. I don't know if I would have wanted it because it would have broken up the sculpt. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of toe hinges, but Was it a brown suit Bruce or tuxedo Bruce? Which would you rather have?
Both. Give him interchangeable clothes. No,
Yeah.
good question.
You don't want the Batman the Animated Series Zeus? No.
That's
As long
another-
as he comes in the Condiment King and what's his name?
the Clap King 3-pack.
Yeah, the 3-pack. I do have a question, really quick, for Hustles. Why do you like the toe hinge? Is it for posing purposes? Is it for what? Are you guys toe hinge fans?
I could do with. I mean, like, I guess like if you want more dynamic poses out of like a Spider-Man or something, but it's not a must-have for characters for me. I guess it just depends on the character if it would be suited. Like I don't need a toe hinge on Batman. I don't need a toe hinge on
It's probably because I just haven't used it that much, Like most of the ones, even when I was with Marvel Legends, they didn't have toe hinges. They just started, not just, but you know what I mean? They start putting them on those Spider-Mans and stuff like that. And, what was the other one I had? Bullseye. I think Bullseye had a toe hinge when I finally had it. But I was kind of getting out of Marvel Legends. But I always wonder like what the attraction is with it. CC, you toe hinge guy?
I used to always talk about toe hinges, and now I'm to the point where I'm trying to think of what figures I've even got to have toe hinges.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of them out there, honestly.
Yeah. Well, we're almost at our 2 hour. And had a bet and said we was going to do 3 hours. I said, there's no way.
We did
There's
159 last week, Paige.
I know. We did it just for Cece, too. We missed you last week, man.
Yeah. My apologies.
We all get tired.
Yeah.
Well, we had our therapy. Let's put a what? A 2-week no talk about it clause minimum. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2-week no complaining clause. I would love all of the usual Batman gallery villains, but I would like to see lesser known ones like the ventriloquist, Scarface, and Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter would be cool.
That'd be a great 3-pack right there.
Do you think that would be a better idea because you don't know if the market would be there for it, or?
Well, and you got a couple of those characters that are kind of small. So if you kind of bundle them together like that, then you get more value, I think.
Yeah. I still think they would do really well if they did Keystone Cops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a 2-pack or a 3-pack, or even if you did Cops and Crooks pack.
Yeah.
You do
Mezco. Go back to your past.
Yeah, you do like either you have, a cop and crook, and then that way you could just have people, it's a 2-pack, right? Do maybe something like the Decapod gang, where they have maybe a different head or something like that. I still, man, I can't say. What was it? That Doc Savage, man, I'm telling you, I think that they're heading in a direction where they can start doing soft-footed packs again. I really do.
Cut and stitch?
Yeah, where you can have alternate looks. That's why I think that, like, the last couple of figures, this one, Doc Savage, the soft goods are a lot easier to take off now. It's like you can almost strip it. I mean, it's going to be like Customizer's Dream, but it seems like collectors are getting a little bit more comfortable taking off soft goods. I mean, dude, I've seen people stripping them and customizing them now. Before, people weren't comfortable with that, but I mean, they make these layer of clothes where people feel comfortable enough to take them off. Why not like sell, soft good packs now? Jacket or shirt or something for Vapor, just something like that. I think they could bring it back, and not just for their IP stuff, but for licensed stuff too. I know, babe.
Chip.
All right. What is it? Behind. Oh, Firefly.
Firefly would be good.
That would be good. All right. All right. We're at 159. I would love to. Okay, we got that one. Kind of king in there. All right. So here's the last comment. Next week, we'll do a. We'll start. What is it again? Tapping. We'll start tapping again. We need to be more consistent on that. Hey, thank you for joining our therapy session. Again, not to beat it into the ground, I will reiterate this. There's a lot of really bad shit happening out in the world. There really is.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people network, make friends, and use these groups and these hobbies just to have fun. You're right. It's not serious. But I'm pretty sure that when people go into these little spaces, that's their little bathroom time. You know, get to enjoy things. And so if you see people out there enjoying stuff and you don't like it, just kind of hang back. Hang back. And I know there's a lot of people that like to do it and they think it's okay. And I think today was a perfect example of like, I got on a couple people just to give them like the feeling of what it's like when people like start jumping on you about stuff. It's not a good feeling, man. So if you don't agree with somebody or you don't like what they're talking about, just kind of like leave it alone, you know?
Yep.
And for all the content creators that are out there, y'all gotta stop, man. Seriously. You really do, bro. Spend some time. Spend some time with the figure, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'll say about that.
Yep.
Great hangout. Oh, okay, cool. See, we didn't fail. It's okay. See? The conversation can be productive, you know?
Yeah.
How long? Let's make it 3 weeks.
Yeah.
No complaint clause. Great great therapy session, Paige. Appreciate your kind perspective and overall calm addressing the issues. Hey man, no problem. Appreciate your dioramas because they're badass. Dude, Fate is in like, man, who was it? I think I saw Rob. He was putting up a couple of shots. Fate, what are some of the other dioramas I've seen? I don't know if he had it in Henrock or not. But yeah, Fate's got some really good stuff, man. Tap in. Nick, maybe next time. Great show, guys. Keeping it positive, collectors. Yeah. Again, not to cut these guys off, but I think you can have these conversations in a productive way and bring awareness to stuff and it not come off as like bitching or anything like that. The Amazing. Do you guys know that guy?
Heard of him. He's a guy that complains a lot, right?
No. Sean Kearney. Man, this guy's just flexing right now.
Name dropping.
Well, that's good. Like if Sean is like he's pretty much shooting everything. So my dio. I did see that. I remember you said that. My dio's on the cover of the new role-playing rule book.
Yeah.
Man, hey.
Congrats, dude.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah.
Worthy flex. The Amazing Guy hates water. I have heard that. I'm busy, y'all. In a good productive way. Yeah. All right. That's all I had. Yeah, be nice, man. Be cool to people. Be cool to the communities. Oh, get out of it. Put some table time in. That's all I got. What do you guys got? Come on, Cece. Cece, we missed it. No, Cece, we missed it.
Population. Please have your pet spayed or neutered.
Bye.
Oh, that's it? Okay, bye.
Yeah.